thank you for coming to my channel. I am Virtuosa the Goddess, and I welcome all new and returning subscribers. If you are new, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. It is the red button to the right of the title. And also, if you are returning or new, guys, hit the like button for me. Thank you very much. I appreciate you in advance. Also, if you need to contact me, you can contact me at virtuosathegoddess@gmail.com. Feel free to leave any comment as you see fit. I am here today to do a twin flame, twin soul, soulmate reading. I name all of those titles because those are human mere titles. I don't know how many times I have to tell people's egos and that a title is a title. The divine does not recognize those titles at all, period. All right, so let's get started with the energy. This is not just going to be for today. I'm going to try to project energies for the weekend because I have a homegoing celebration to go to for my uncle, who is now an ancestor. I have to go to his celebration, so I won't be able to do a weekend reading. However, I am going to try to project the energy for the entire weekend. So with that being said, let's get started. I want to acknowledge the divine, holy creator of all the souls of the gods and goddesses. I ask to be a vessel that I may please bring information, comfort, to help all the soldiers of love on their journeys. I also want to acknowledge the gods and goddesses that have come before us. We have Asar, Aset, and Haru. We have Sekhmet, Basset, Nun, Nut, Jeb. We have Shu. We have Soket. And many other, Ma'at and Tahuti. We have many other gods and goddesses. I want to acknowledge the 7 eyes of the Creator, or the 7 creative spirits, also known as the Elohim, aka the archangels, for protection and for guidance. Also, I want to acknowledge my ancestors. I want to thank them and acknowledge them for being with me on my journey. The spirits of the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom, the angels and ascended masters from the higher realms. And with that being said, let's get started. So let's see what the overall energy is going to be for the weekend starting today on October the 25th through the 27th. So divine, please use me as a vessel and give us the energy for the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and the energies between the connections that are available. Okay, we have Judgment. And I guess we should recognize Anubis, because he is one of the gods, and he is on this Judgment card. That's too many. Okay. So we have in this deck, we have the full, and this is in reverse. So this is divine feminine. So we are taking it a little slow, divine feminine. This weekend, you are kind of like playing it safe. Between the connection is the Judgment, which is the number 20 card. And the Divine Masculine is the Hierophant, which is the number 5 card. So the Divine Masculine is making some changes. Divine Feminine has accepted the love offer that the Divine Masculine offered in our reading on yesterday. And she's kind of not willing to make a move to this weekend. It's looking like the energy is of not much movement. In this tarot deck, the Fool is punishment, heading for new mistakes, blindness, heeds to oneself, bewilderment, lack of direction, courting danger, non-perception, insensitivity. But it came out in reverse. So the opposite of all of that is meaning that the Divine Feminine is not willing to repeat mistakes that she's done in the past. Although she's accepted the love offer that the Divine Masculine, and when I say accepted the love offer, it means not necessarily in 3D, because a lot of things happen in the 5th dimension before they're even manifested on the 3rd dimension. So yesterday, the Divine Masculine made an offer in the 5th dimension. Some of you guys, it could be in the 3rd dimension because most of us are on different, parts of our journey. But if this resonates with you, that's why you should pay attention to your dreams and write down your dreams. However, I know if this resonates with you, we accept it. This group of Divine Feminines, and I'm in this group, we accepted the offer from a Divine Masculine, and there is, and I wasn't given any information beyond that point. So we are not willing to make the same mistakes. And we're not headed towards new mistakes because we will stop and go within to get our next instruction before we court any danger. We won't make the same mistakes that we made in the past. So that card is pretty accurate for the Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine is realigning with his mission and purpose. He is getting connected to all of the movable pieces in the connection. He has some adjusting to do. The Divine Masculine is also seeking higher counsel. He is digging deep into his spiritual wisdom to receive the answers that he needs to be right in the place that he needs to be to encounter his Divine Feminine or to reconnect with his Divine Feminine. He is recommitting to this contract that he signed before he incarnated here in this lifetime. So he is in a period of realigning. Divine Feminine is kind of in the Hangman, but it's the Fool in reverse. Some would say that's refusing to start a new cycle. However, we're already in a cycle. So the Divine Feminine is experiencing a little bit of a pause energetically for now. But let's keep going and see what some clarifiers say about it. And in between the connection is the Judgment card. And with the Judgment card, this is transformation, fulfillment of prophecy. We are being slowly awakened, so that makes sense why the Divine Feminine would be kind of at a pause, because we are receiving moral awakening. There are a few lessons that are going to be learned this weekend. It's like, this is like test time. Like, what did we learn through the last cycle? So the Divine Feminine is showing through that Fool in reverse that she has learned her lesson, and the Divine Masculine has obtained wisdom, or is going to over the weekend, to show that he's learned his lessons through the last cycle. So let's get some clarifiers, or let's see what, if Divine Feminine, let's get some issues for Divine Feminine. So let me just shuffle some cards. These are some large cards. Divine, what issues does the Divine Feminine need to work on? Okay, so we have a deception and envy. So Divine Feminine, we have some deception and envy. If you have any in your heart, or maybe someone has this towards you, this green in this card indicates that you need to forgive anyone who has been envious of you and your situation. But I want to go ahead and read out of the book, because this is a sword. It says to be forewarned is to be forearmed. This card comes at a time when individuals or conditions aren't what they appear to be. How well do you really know the people around you? Are they telling you everything you need to know? In business, make sure you gather all the necessary information so that you're aware of and understand all the facts before continuing. You've worked hard. Don't let others take from you what is rightfully yours. Unfortunately, some people may be envious of your accomplishments. This card also represents a time of sudden and unexpected changes, or when plans that you're undertaking may not turn out exactly the way you envision. Have a plan B as a fallback strategy to prevent future problems. Use this card as a reminder to be prepared. It's better to be safe than sorry. So basically, this card is just saying there are those around you that are jealous of your free spirit, maybe of your success, or how easily money flows to you, which is common. So, Divine Feminine, the way that you overcome jealousy is to not ponder on it. When people envy you and they're jealous of you, do not ponder on it. You just wish them well and continue to focus on your life's mission, your life's goals, and continue to be the beautiful Divine Feminine that you are. Because there will always be people that are jealous of you. And look, we have the Magician. So Divine Feminine, we have the number 1 card, which is the green light from the angels and ascended masters. It's new beginnings. So Divine Feminine, the action you should take is to just go ahead and begin on doing stuff that makes you happy. Then you have the green light from the angels and ascended masters to do so. So do not concentrate on keep your third eye open always, and do not depend on any human being for anything. Depend on the divine first. Go to the divine with all your issues. and then make your necessary moves and use your awareness to complete whatever your task you have this weekend. We possess all the tools that we need to guide us and direct us. It's okay to call on your spiritual team as well. Use your psychic abilities, physical abilities. Just use everything in your toolbox this weekend, and manifest what you want to occur. Yes, so just have faith that, everything, the whole universe is supporting you, Divine Feminine. So don't worry about those people that are being jealous and envious of you. Because you will complete this cycle. This is your destiny. It is your destiny to complete this cycle. 10 is completion. That card flew out just like, that is divine order. Your life is being divinely ordered. Your steps are ordered. So no one can stop this. This is also the wheel of fortune. This is the wheel of fortune, Divine Feminine. And the wheel of fortune is opportunities coming towards you. So accept opportunities once you've meditated on them, and block out all those jealous and envious people. So Divine, what does Divine Masculine, what is his obstacle? So Divine Masculine needs to just pay attention to the universal laws, the law of cause and effect. Look up those universal, the 7 universal laws of the 7 axioms of Tahuti or Thoth, 7 hermetic principles. Divine Masculine is watching, and Divine Feminine, it'd be good for you to look that up too. Divine Masculine needs to spend some time in solitude and introspection, and he's being guided and being spiritually enlightened. He needs to gain some information. As you can see, this woman has a book in her hand. He needs to gain more information and sit in silence for a little bit in solitude. And I recommend that for both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. So he is transitioning from what he was into what he is to become. And he needs to stand his ground, use his higher intuition, his higher thinking skills, and allow things to positively flow freely towards him. He needs to stand his ground. Divine Masculine, that is the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is all about his challenges. He can overcome challenges as long as he stands true to his morals and principles. That's why it's good to look up those 7 universal laws, because if you understand those laws, like the laws of cause and effect, then he would understand that whatever action he makes will return back to him. So let's see what other cards we have. Then we have the High Priestess, because his counterpart is here. They have connected. So we do have the Hierophant and the High Priestess, and those are accurate counterparts. Those are counterparts. The High Priestess is the number 2 card, and number 2 is harmony and balance, a divine partnership. His angels and ancestors have been guiding him towards his destiny with his Divine Feminine. So we do have the Hierophant and the High Priestess together in this reading. And I see a card popped out. So now it's just about the Two of Wands, the waiting game between the counterparts. Just remaining patient. Know that everything is happening in divine timing. It's time to have faith in the divine. Wands is about passion. Two of Wands is not really being content with what you have, but if we can just practice being grateful, gratitude. Gratitude is the key word of the weekend, this weekend. Gratitude. Think gratitude. Gratitude for what you have. Just every time a negative thought comes in your mind, just think of how grateful you are to be here and to be on your journey and to be aware and awakened to your journey. Just be grateful. Let's focus on that. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, movement, choices, and decisions. See, when you're grateful, whatever decision and choices and movements that you make will work out in your favor. It is remaining calm as you balance your 3D and your 5D. It is, you have right now, because we have missions here in the 3D, we have to balance our 3D and 5D. And then we have material harvest. And in this material harvest, we are receiving that good karma, which is the Nine of Pentacles. We are receiving our Nine of Pentacles, which is financial security that we so rightly have done, that we have worked so hard, juggling 3D and 5D, being in the world but not of the world. We have earned this material harvest between the counterparts. So that is almost the conclusion of this reading. However, I would like to pull a Romance Angel card, a few. So look forward to manifesting some material harvest by being grateful for what you already have, not paying attention to your haters. Let them motivate you to worship your divine creator that even much more. Remain aware. Be that manifester that you always wanted to be this weekend. Divine masculine and divine feminine. Also spend some time in solitude. If you have to, if you feel the need to. Use your intuition and listen to your guides. Look for, your animal guides, your ancestors. Acknowledge your ancestors too, because they help guide you. They are in your DNA. They are in all your strands of your DNA. The ones that serve your highest good. That's the way that I do it. So, let's ask the question, because I didn't ask the question. So, divine masculine's higher self, give us a message. Divine masculine's higher self, give a message to divine feminine to comfort her for the weekend. The divine masculine wants to share his heart and share some things that have been on his heart. He wants to honestly discuss his feelings with you. He wants to honestly discuss his feelings with you, divine feminine. Divine feminine, what would you like to tell the divine masculine? What would your higher self like to tell the divine masculine? You want him to remain optimistic about this connection. Positive thinking and faith will bring you two in union. Him having a positive attitude and faith in the divine will bring this connection together as it should be in its divine state, as long as he remains faithful to the divine and have faith and think positive about this connection. And the divine wants the counterparts to know for the weekend of the 25th what this divine wants that, and I knew this card was going to come out, that new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So some divine feminines, if you have not met your counterpart or your true counterpart, will be meeting them very soon. It is the waiting game. It is all about accepting what the divine has to offer, because your counterpart is the divine in human form. So I've been on this journey maybe a year, so I am not sure if the divine hops in and out of people. I cannot even say. And if anyone tells you that they know that for sure, tell them to please email me at virtuosathegoddess@gmail.com. I would love to have more questions. However, being on this journey and not being in contact with who I was told was my soulmate, divine masculine, twin flame, leads me to believe that I trust in the divine so much. And in this journey, I trust so well that whomever the divine brings towards me and confirms, whether it be that divine masculine or a new divine masculine, that is not even an issue for me or even a concern for me at this point in my journey, because I understand that my mission is so very intricate. It's like it goes well beyond just the love aspect. It's the love of the world and of you guys and of just the people, why I reincarnated here, or why we came back here to take part in this time on planet Earth, of such a time of change and, you know, ushering out the old of the negative, you know, all of the suffering, and being here to promote the change and show our divineness and our spiritual sides, and showing that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and just revealing that to the world is so grand and so beautiful that I'm just excited to see what the divine has for me. I'm excited to be on this journey, and whatever divine, you know, if the counterpart that I knew before, the familiar spirit that I knew before comes back changed, great, lovely. If, you know, if it's a new counterpart with all new, you know, love, new, stirring up new romantic feelings, I count it all as joy. I count it all as joy. So, and as things happen in my life, I will be sharing it, but guess what? I won't do anything until I have used my intuition. I will always go within. I'm not seeking to meet, because 2 represents balance. It represents harmony. It represents having faith in the divine and in the universe. And that is having faith in my own guidance, which is my connection to the divine. You see that black, that dark matter, Well, this universe was created out of dark matter. That dark matter is what we connect to. That is what I connect to. That dark matter, a web that connects us all. I connect to that. And whatever my Creator has for my life, I know is more divine and more, it's beyond my wildest dreams. It's beyond our wildest dreams. You see, that door is lit. That door is lit. She doesn't know what's behind the door. She's not even looking at the door. She's looking in, she's going within. Because behind that door is something just she couldn't even fathom what's behind that door. And that's the way I want you guys to be. Get to the point where you're not focused on the person of the connection. Be focused on the divine and the connection that the divine knows that you will be just so grateful and honored and just joyful about. And whatever, what it is what it is. And when you start to think like that, things just fall into place. When you don't get too attached to them or get too excited about a certain thought or the way you think something should be. So I just want you guys to just meditate on this card. Go within. Let the divine stir up those new romantic feelings and flirt a little. Have fun. Don't get buck wild, but have fun. And I hope you all enjoy your weekend. And I will see you next week. May you all have a prosperous, receive that material abundance, the victory, use your third eye chakra, obtain that victory and success, and have the best weekend that you've ever had thus far. I love you guys so much. And I will be with you next weekend. Mwah.